I am the artist known as DEROSNEC, and welcome to my weekly vlog where I talk about making music, art, movies, and more. If you're anything like me, you probably have an epic list of projects that you want to work on. But how do you know which one to work on first? If I'm being totally honest, I don't think there's any one right way to go. I end up going with whatever feels right in the moment. But there are a few considerations which I also like to take into account before I pour all my valuable time into any project, which might also help you organize your own list. I'm sure this one seems like the most obvious, but honestly, I have never really let this consideration stop me. I just completed a series talking about ways to make a video on a budget, and I sincerely believe that if you really want to make a project that you want to make happen, you can make it happen with whatever skills and gear and time that you can get together. But of course, there are always going to be some things which are just out of reach for whatever reason, be it personal, financial, or otherwise. For me personally, these kinds of projects are something to build up to. I'll keep working on them when I have the ability, I just don't put my full attention on them. But they're definitely still worth developing because there will be a day when an opportunity presents itself, and when that day comes, I want to be ready for it. The way I see it, this consideration has two parts. Firstly, there is so much creative content out there that it's important to stay fresh. For example, if you're an indie musician, I don't recommend making a music video for a song that's already been released over a year ago. That's not to say your art can't be evergreen, but focus on what your ultimate goal is. Continuing with the music example, if your focus is music, then you should really be focused on creating new music and not spending too much effort on trying to promote old music after a certain period of time. People's attention spans are short. They just want to see what you're going to do next, not what you've already done. The second part of this is a little bit more abstract, but think about if the world is ready for whatever project you're thinking of doing. For example, if you're a filmmaker, your passion project might be about a topic which no one is interested in buying yet. In this case, certainly don't give up on it, but know that you might have a harder time marketing it or getting people to listen to it or watch it when the general mentality is focused somewhere else. Similarly, there's also the terrible situation of trying to do a project which relies on ideas or themes which might already be oversaturated in society or no longer trendy. Again, don't give up on these ideas, but be prepared to either shelve them for when they do come back into fashion, or be prepared to do a little extra work to really put a completely different and unique spin on them. As discouraging as this may be, don't worry too much, because the world moves in cycles, and everything eventually comes back into fashion in some way. Sometimes a project enters your head and you just have to get it out. Everything else seems unimportant, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't focus on anything except for that one thing. In those cases, I just run with it. I get it out, I get it organized, and I take it as far as I can. There's no better motivator than inspiration, and inspiration can sometimes be elusive. So as far as I'm concerned, when it hits you, you gotta embrace it. There will always be time to go back and consider the other points if it comes down to it. How do you pick which project you put your focus on? Do you have a list of considerations like I do? Or do you just go for it? Tell us all about your process in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button below. It helps me more than you know. And join the Uncensored by subscribing to my YouTube channel, my newsletter, or by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you never want to miss a video, be sure to click the little notification bell icon too. Thanks again, and I will see you next week where I'm going to tell you all about an exciting new music video.